The National Assembly serious reasons to believe that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua serious reasons to believe that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has committed the sections 13 subsection 1A under section 62 section 1A and section 62 and the National Cohesion Act and Integration Act. Section 13 of the National Cohesion and Integration Act provides that it is an offence for any part to use threatening, abusive or insulting words or behavior where the person intends to stir feelings of ethnic contempt, hostility, hatred, violence, discrimination. The section also makes it an offence to use such words to engage in such behavior or engage in having regard to all the circumstances. Ethnic hatred is likely to be stirred. National Assembly argues besides section 62 of the National Cohesion and Integration Act commits an offence when the person makes statements that are intended or unlikely to stir feelings of ethnic hostility, hatred, violence, hostility, discrimination, or His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua'S persistent inflammatory inflammatory utterances over the last 2 years, according to the National Assembly, over the last 2 years, according to the National Assembly, of which are set out in grounds 1, 2, establish serious reasons to believe that he has committed crimes, subsection 1, 13, subsection 62, and the National Cohesion and the Integration Act. Ground 7. Serious reasons to believe that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has committed crime under sections 45, subsection 1, section 46, section 47A, part 3, and section 48, subsection 1 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act, and section 2, 3, 4, and 7 of the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act. That for the past 2 years, His Excellency the Deputy President has inexplicably amassed a humongous property portfolio estimated at 5.2 billion shillings, primarily from proceeds of corruption and money laundering. The value of the property and wealth that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has acquired, according to the National Assembly, over the last 2 years is incompatible with his non-legitimate income, that is 12 million shillings per annum or thereabouts. That His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has acquired the above-mentioned property and wealth using his 2 sons, Kevin Rigathi Gachagua, or Kevin Gachagua, and Keith Ikenu Rigathi, and other close family members and associates as proxies. The National Assembly argues that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua and his proxies, especially the 2 sons, have used a number of companies to massively launder money, conceal proceeds of crime, corruption, and benefit from influence peddling. Anytime from now, we will hand you over to the live proceedings of the Senate, where we do expect in a couple of moments the Speaker of the Senate will walk into the chambers to deliver that much-awaited ruling on the way forward. The senators are making their way into the chamber, taking their seats, signaling probably the imminent arrival of the Speaker of the Senate. Just a quick recap. The Speaker adjourned the sitting briefly to draft a ruling on the request by the Senior Counsel Paul Muite, representing the Deputy President in this historic trial. The Senior Counsel told the Senate that the Deputy President had fallen ill and they had been in contact with his doctors at the current hospital, and he also did indicate that he didn't draft a ruling on directly the request by the senior counsel Paul Muite on orders representing the deputy president in this historic trial, continuing to examine. The senior counsel told the Senate that the deputy president had fallen ill through its legal team in contact with, argued that his doctors do not need to hospital cross-examine the deputy president, who was scheduled he also to take to the witness stand that the ruling should consider using the request by the senior counsel presented by the orders representing the deputy president in this historic trial to make a decision. The senior counsel told the Senate that the National Assembly president had fallen ill through its legal team in contact the matter before the Senate. Doctors do not need timeline hospital cross-examined the deputy president who was scheduled to take to the witness stand. That is the decision that the ruling now waiting on using the request by the senior counsel presented by the orders representing the deputy president. Serious reasons to believe that His Excellency Gachagua'S has committed crimes under Section 132 of the Penal Code and Section 29 of the leadership. The senior counsel told the Senate that His Excellency Gachagua'S has continuously misled members through its legal action, contact, divisive and insightful remarks that are contrary to the provisions of Section 132 of the Penal Code and Section against the Leadership and Doctors Integrity Act. The National Assembly has illustrated in its submission to this trial that sometime in January 2024, His Excellency Gachagua'S made a sensational but false accusation that Honorable Justice Esther Minor, the judge of the High Court, can also take any witness stand. That is to public that the ruling now waiting on using the request by evidence presented by the orders presented in the submission. Serious reasons to believe that His Excellency Gachagua'S during cross-committed crimes under Section 132 of the Penal Code and Section 29 of the leadership. The senior counsel told the Senate that His Excellency Gachagua'S has continuously misled members through its legal action, contact, divisive and insightful remarks that are contrary to the provisions of Section 132 of the Penal Code. And now we advise the leadership and Doctors do not Speaker of the Senate, the National Assembly, as illustrated is in its submission to and this trial await that sometime in January 2024, the Speaker, His Excellency Gachagua'S made a sensational but false accusation that Honorable Justice Esther Minor, the judge of the High Court, can also take any witness stand. That is to publish that the ruling now waiting on using the request by evidence presented by the orders presented in the Commission. Serious reasons to believe that His Excellency Gachagua'S during cross-committed crimes under Section 132 of the Penal broadcast is brought to you by the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit. The senior counsel told the Senate that His Excellency Gachagua'S has continuously misled members through its legal representations, the legal action, contact, divisive and insightful remarks that are contrary to the provisions of Section 132 of the Penal Code. And now we advise the leadership and Doctors do not Speaker of the Senate, the National Assembly, as illustrated is in its submission to and this trial await that sometime in January 2024, the Speaker, His Excellency Gachagua'S,
Order, Honorable Senators.
But false accusation.
I may apologize for taking more than 5 minutes.
The judge of the High Court
that has been raised wait. But I'm ready with the ruling and I'm receiving the request by evidence presented by the orders. Honorable Senators, ladies and gentlemen, as you will recall, before the rise of the Senate at 1 p.m. the Senate concluded the hearing of phase 2 of the national assembly.
Penn's broadcasting
This included the evidence laid by the National Assembly, including the calling of witnesses who were examined, cross-examined by counsel for the Deputy President. As the House adjourned, I directed that as contained in the hearing program this month
that are contrary to a provision of the section 132
by impeachment of His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua'S,
Deputy
President of the Republic of Kenya. On resumption at 2:30 p.m.,
National Assembly
the Senate will hear the case of the Deputy President for 2 hours,
submission to
comprising
this trial
examination in chief
that
and
sometime
re-examination.
in January
The National
2024,
Assembly
Speaker,
will
His
have a
Excellency
period.
Rigathi Gachagua'S
Order, honorable senators,
session
5
of
minutes.
background
Let
9
me
accusation
apologize to
Honorable
Secretary
Justice
Senate resumed at
Minor,
2:30 p.m.
judge of the High Court
After it became raised, the Deputy President's side wait its case. But I'm ready to counsel ruling and counsel for the Deputy President inform the Senate that the honorable senators laid in judgment and so due without time stated time before the rise of the Senate at 1:15 p.m. Thereafter, included from his Senate that he had learned that his client, this included the evidence laid by the National Assembly, House, including the calling of witnesses who were examined, counsel, cross-examined by counsel for the Deputy President, possibly up to 5 p.m. The House adjourned, I directed that as contained in the hearing from the National Assembly, when asked the determination of circumstances, argued that by impeachment of His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua'S, this being a time-bound process, imperative on resumption at 2:30 p.m. The Senate will hear the case of the Deputy President for 2 hours,
submission to
comprising
this
examination in chief,
that
re-examination
in
of
January
the National
2024,
Assembly,
Speaker,
where the
His
National
Excellency
Assembly
Rigathi
will
Gachagua'S
order, honorable senators, this included the evidence by the Senate that asked the House to cross-examine the counsel, ready ruling by counsel. The House adjourned, I directed that the honorable senators laid in judgment and due without time stated time before the rise of the Senate by impeachment. Thereafter, the Senate will following the representation made by the National Assembly, where the National Assembly the House adjourned, I directed the amendments contained in of the Senate up to 5 p.m. the National Assembly when asked the recommendations to allow counsel for the Deputy President to report the circumstances or argue that by impeachment of the sitting of the Senate resumed at 5 p.m. Senior Counsel Paul Mwite informed the Senate that indeed this week the contract-bound process. Doctors and current party resumptions who were attending further stated that owing to the condition of the
mission to
comprising the Deputy President, examination had not been able to agree the Deputy
in January 2024,
Assembly, where the
National
National
Assembly
Order, honorable senators, honorable senators, before a vote is taken on the impeachment charge. He further cited this following the representation made by the National Assembly, Council of the President further submitted. House adjourned, right? Order, honorable senators. Honorable Senators, Order, Honorable Senators. The state of Somalia Honorable Senators, President has robustly participated in the proceedings by filing detailed responses to the allegations set out by the Order, Honorable Senators. Order, Honorable Senators. Honorable Senators, Order, Honorable Senators. Honorable Senators. Order, Honorable Senators. Order, I direct the law of Assembly to circulate a supplementary such a request is not made but to the Senate, and is accordingly a matter for the Senate to determine. To facilitate this decision, I direct the clerk of the Senate to circulate a supplementary order paper. Order, Honorable Senators. If the motion is not carried, the decision of the Senate be that this hearing continues in the manner provided. In such event, the hearing continues to set out its program. Party Senators. Order, Honorable Senators. Order, Senators. Honorable Senators, and best wishes for quick recovery to His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, AGH, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Now, Honorable Senators, this being a procedural motion, you have been circulated. You don't need to give with the supplementary order paper. So when the order that is read out, paper, the majority leader going to use will be called upon to move from now going forward. Clerk. Now, Honorable Senators, this being a procedural motion, you don't need to give notice. So when the order is read out, the majority leader will be called upon to move. Clerk, call the order, please. Honorable Senators, please let us be seated.
Order number 2, procedural motion to hold sitting on Saturday, 19th October 2024.
The Senate Majority Leader. Clerk, call the order, please. Honorable Senators, please let us be seated.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to
Order number 2,
this
procedural motion to hold sittings on Saturday, 19th
motion, which is for the Senate to hold sittings
October
on Saturday, the 19th of October 2024.
The
That
Senate
aware that the National
Majority
Assembly on the 8th of October 2024 resolved with the support of 282 members, being at least two-thirds of all the members of the National Assembly, that pursuant to the provisions of Article 145(2), as read with Article 151(b) and 2 of the Constitution and the Standing Order. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to
the National Assembly Standing
this
Orders.
procedural motion. His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, AGH, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya,
October 2024.
be removed from office. That aware that the National Assembly on the 8th of October 2024 resolved with the support of 282 members, whereas by letter at least reference NA/DLP/DBO of all the members of the National Assembly, that pursuant to the provisions of Article 145 dated the 8th of October 2024 and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate of the Constitution and the Standing Order 65(2) of the National Assembly Standing Orders. On the 9th of October 2024, Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, of the National Assembly informed the Speaker of the Senate Republic of Kenya of the approval of the special motion by the National Assembly on the ground, and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate in the motion. Documents in evidence of the proceedings reference NA/DLP/TBO/MTS by Kenya Gazette number 137 18 volume 25 V1 number 163 dated 9th of October 2024 of the Senate, Article 1 on the 9th of October 2024, and the Speaker of the Senate appointed on the 9th of October 2024, the Speaker of the 17th The National Assembly informed the Speaker of the Senate as of the approval of the special motion for the purpose of hearing the proposed removal from office by impeachment, and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate Gachagua'S documents in evidence of the President of the Republic of Kenya by plenary, and whereas Kenya Gazette number 137, 18 volume CXX V1 number 163 dated of October and Standing Orders number 78 and Article 145(3)(a) of the Constitution, the Speaker of the Senate appointed Wednesday the 16th of October 2024 the National Assembly on the grounds for the proposed Thursday the 17th of October 2024 by way of impeachment of His Excellency sittings convened for the purpose of hearing the proposed removal from office by impeachment, and further whereas His Excellency Gachagua'S Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya by plenary and 2 of the Constitution and Standing Orders pursuant to Article 145 as read with Article 151B and Standing Order number 78 and 79 of the Senate Standing Orders of the Senate Standing Orders. The Senate also had the counsel for His Excellency Gachagua'S on the grounds for the proposed President of the Republic of Kenya during cross-examination of the witnesses for the National Assembly on the grounds of the proposed removal from office, and further whereas pursuant to Article 145 Republic of Kenya, as read with Article 151 that His Excellency and 2 of the Constitution and Standing Orders number 178 did not appear during the afternoon sitting of the Senate on Thursday.